we are going to be looking at our G pictures for one more time, and then we are going to be moving on to our M pictures, because Wednesday today starts our sound that M makes. So let's look at our G pictures. I have a girl, green, grapes, and gorilla. I have a game, guitar, gate, gray, and goat. We made a chart of all the things that we thought started with the G sound, and then we talked about other words that start with G. We wrote G. There are some things on Seesaw that you might not have finished that you can finish for the letter G. But today we are going to be starting our talk about the letter M. Can you put your lips together? My letter M says very good. I hope you're doing it with me. So let's look at some of our M pictures. Ready? Here's a map, mop, man, mouse, a mule, mixing up some batter, moth, moon. That's our focus picture for M. We say M, moon. Did you look at the moon last night? Oh, I love to look out at the moon. So we're going to be talking about things that start with M on Thursday when you come back. So make sure you do your Seesaw activities and you practice. You can sort some pictures, but maybe you can have somebody at home help you think of some ideas of what starts with M. The other thing that you're doing at home is talking about our nonfiction book. You're going to read a nonfiction book, and we read one at school yesterday. So let's look at it real quick, and we're going to review what a nonfiction book characteristics are versus a fiction book. So we talked, first of all, how the pictures are of a real people. They're not pretend. That was our first thing we talked about. We talked about how it's a real story and facts. We're not going to have a pretend made up story that we can't learn anything from. When we talk about a nonfiction story, it's going to be something that makes us critically think about that for a minute, and then we're going to learn something about it. We learned how to be a friend. We talked about that we can help each other, we can work together, and we can making new friends is fun. Oh, look at these pictures. We talked about that friends play games. Look, they take turns. Remember, they're all lined up. They're taking turns. Friends can learn things from each other. Maybe your friend knows how to do something that you don't know how to do, and they might help you so that you know how to do it. That would be awesome. We also said that friends may not always get along, but they're going to listen to each other. They're going to share, and they're going to play fair. That's awesome. And when there's somebody new in our class, we're going to try to be friends to them. We said that we're going to say hello, say their name, tell them our name, and ask them, hey, you want to come play with me? That's a great idea. And the last thing is we talked about what we do with our friends, and then in our journals, we drew what we like to do with our friends. You could draw another picture at home about things that you like to do with your friends. So then we made our chart. We made our chart that said what fiction stories have and what nonfiction stories have. Fiction stories are not real. We said they were made up. They're pretend. Nonfiction stories are real. They have facts. Fiction stories are fun but nonfiction stories, we learn more from them, and they're important for us to use at school so we can gain some knowledge and use our critical thinking. In a fiction story, we're going to have illustrations. Somebody's going to draw all the pictures. In a nonfiction book, we're going to have photos that are real life people or real life animals or things. In a fiction story, we're going to have characters and a setting that's also drawn and pretend. In my nonfiction book, I'm going to have true places and things that I can see in real life. Remember those facts as you read your story, how to be a good friend. I'll talk to you later.